What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Team Chat Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined by Rachel Mogan.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. How are you this week?
I'm doing all right. A little sleepy. A little Sunday. Well, it's afternoon now, but it feels like Sunday morning.
It was Sunday morning when we came over here.
When we started
prepping for today's recordings and all that stuff. So, in case you did not know, this is Team Chat Podcast, a video game show where we talk about games, the ones we love, the ones we hate, and everything in between. New episodes come out Tuesday, 9 a.m. Central Time, and you can catch those on podcast services around the World Wide Web, as well as watch a video version on YouTube and Twitch. If you want to follow us and be more involved in the show and our community, you can find us on social media such as Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as joining our Discord channel. Links for all that stuff is in the description below. Finally, if you are really loving and enjoying everything that we're preparing for you each and every week, then you can check out patreon.com/teamchatpodcast, where it's for as little as $1 a month, one George Washington a month. You can support the show, and in return, we'll give you a cool perk like getting the episodes early before the general Tuesday release and access to a private patron-only channel on our Discord server,
Correct.
The Rogues Gallery.
You're also directly contributing to us making the show better,
Exactly.
which is really what you should want more than anything else. Because right now we're like trash tier, and we want to be like.
I feel like we're better.
Just kidding.
The show is not trash tier. Let's give ourselves some credit.
We're like what? Plastic wrap tier? What's right above trash?
Plastic wrap. I mean, on the money-making scale,
money
the
making
content scale, and the and all
yeah,
that stuff. Platinum.
Wait, what's that thing from Avatar? Unobtainium.
Because it's just so good, you can't have it. But so this is throwing me off. So I wanted to do a special thank you to everyone for sticking around with our episode last week on Stardew Valley. Again, that was not how I wanted those to sound, but Mogan and I listened to it and we loved it. So sorry for having to put up with. We love the content of it.
Yeah,
and we felt like we couldn't recreate that. Yeah. So thank you for powering through that audio, but we just thought the content was too great. But so hopefully we're trying out something new, which. So I'm using a different recorder for today other than through the thing. So hopefully that error won't happen again. So far, so good. But it also is throwing me off because normally I hear a stereo mix in my headphones. And this time I'm hearing me in my left side and Mogan in my right side. And it's actually throwing me off a little bit more than normal.
You know what's interesting? I just realized if that were the same on like my head, my own voice would be on the bad side.
See,
and
so
I like wouldn't even be able to hear myself. If anything, that would be a good thing.
So I'm used to doing this when I record. This is what I use when I go and do film shoots and video shoots and everything. But normally I'm here listening to other people talk, so it doesn't matter. But hearing my own self talk and then trying to keep up with it, it's kind of messing.
Yeah,
it's crossing some wires in my head.
Probably weird. Maybe we'll have to very carefully not talk at the same time.
Yeah, just talk over it. It's fine. It's fine. We'll get through it. We'll power through because that's what we do here at Team Chat Podcast. But before we get into the main topic of today, we do have to get our moment with Mogan for those news and updates of what is coming out soon and any other industry news that we feel like sharing.
Well, there is very little coming out right now, but just in case you somehow missed it, Smash Ultimate did just come out for the Switch. Boom. So that was
like... That's what we're talking about today.
Yeah, that is what we're talking about today. But then we've got a couple of other things that just came out as well for anyone that's not a fan of the Smash type. Just Cause 4 did come out on December 4th, so did both Persona 3 Dancing in Moonlight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight.
Very cool.
Those came out respectively for the PS4 and Vita both. And of course, as of this episode's air date?
Yes.
December 11th? Is that
yes.
right?
Next Tuesday.
Yeah, December 11th, Earth Defense Force 5 is out for the PS4. Coming soon, we have Insurgency Sandstorm for PC on December 12th. And then to close us out at the very end of the year, Firewatch is coming to the Switch on December 17th. Which really, I mean, it's a great game for any platform. So the more people that can play Firewatch, the better. It's a fantastic game.
I'll probably get it now. Honestly, because the Switch seems like a good way to enjoy that game.
So just one more very important news update coming off of our Stardew Valley episode. I kissed my boyfriend in a boat.
Oh my God.
Elliot smooched me. He was like, hey, you want to get in this boat with me? And I was like, oh God,
absolutely,
is he going to murder me? No. He was like,
love.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I was like, yes,
that's so sweet.
We're not married yet because I'm trying to get the thing that you need in game to be able to propose to people, but I'm working on it.
Well,
we are at maximum hearts.
Well,
maximum.
Until then, leave room for Jesus on that boat.
It's a very small boat, sir.
Well, then you better be trying extra hard. All right. Well, before we get into the topic again, we do wanted to, as part of the show, as the main topic for today's show, is we wanted to do a quick recap of the Game Awards. Now, obviously, we're not going to go through and we're not going to list every winner and every winner and loser.
It would take way too long.
Take way too long. That should be an episode in and of itself. But you can go and check that stuff out online, obviously. But I did have I watched the whole thing, and I did have some notes that I wanted to run through. Just some quick things that I picked up on. So we'll do that real quick. Number one and big sad for me was Christopher Judge did not win Best Performance for Kratos.
Oh, ridiculous.
Roger Clark won for Arthur Morgan from Red Dead 2.
I'm going to go on ahead and say boo.
I booed hard.
Yeah, that's a travesty.
Like, Roger Clark
God.
is doing a great job as Arthur Morgan. Now, granted, I am looking at it from the perspective of having finished God of War as opposed to not yet finished Red Dead 2. And Roger Clark's doing a great job as Arthur Morgan. I just don't, like, Kratos was so good, and Christopher Judge did such a good job.
He's literally a godsend. That's an extra good joke if you had watched Stargate, because he's like an emissary of the gods. It's
Did you
like
see
really
I
good.
get what you're throwing out. But did you see what he like wore to the Game Awards?
No, did he wear his teal costume?
No, he didn't wear his teal costume, but he wore this really cool because he and the actor who played Atreus in the game, they presented for an award that I'm now
that's
totally
fine.
spacing
Just
on.
show me
But
the
anyway,
costumes. I don't care what they were actually doing.
Oh, it wasn't a costume, it's just this badass suit.
Well, how does he even find clothes in his size?
I don't know.
He's like the most giant person ever.
Come on, images. Because it looked like this like cartoon like mashup of stuff. It's like these faces.
That's amazing.
And he had like a ponytail and like longer hair and a nicely shaved beard. He's just a massive man, and I love him so
much. Look at that tiny child.
That's the Atreus' actor.
Girl, who is that?
Sonny Suljic, I think is his name.
He or she is so small in the image in comparison to Christopher Judge that it's like I can't even really see him.
And this is like one of the best moments of the show because they were going through and like obviously Sonny has the award here, the award winner for this, but they took a pause and he wasn't saying it, and it was kind of like awkward for a second. I was like, "What's going on?" Oh, then I was like, "Oh, I realized what's happening," because the crowd started freaking out, and then Christopher Judge goes, "Read it, boy," in Kratos' voice, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!"
Awesome.
So anyway,
I was trying to find any better pictures of it. I'll have to just go back and
or just watch
segment.
that segment.
Yeah.
It's so good. Other notes. So that was sad that he lost.
Fine man.
He is a fine man,
and he should have won. That is stupid.
Bear McCreary lost Best Soundtrack to Woody Jackson and Bill Elm for Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm going to go on ahead and say boo.
I booed that pretty hard as well. And at this point in the show, I was like, Red Dead's sweeping. It's happening. It's gonna happen. I will say though, even though that I didn't agree that Red Dead should have won soundtrack, they did do a performance of Red Dead music, which was awesome. You should go.
Yeah, every live performance is always awesome.
No, but it was like really good. It was really, really good. So you should watch that. Return of the Obra Dinn won art direction, like you were wanting to happen.
Good for them.
Anthem continues to look impressive. They showed off another story trailer for that one. It still looks really good. I'm just still worried about its similarities to Destiny. Chris Judge, Read It Boy. Best direction was God of War. Best action adventure was God of War. Now at this point, I was like, okay, there might be a chance, even though they still like kind of half mentioned that they even want that God of War won Best in Action Adventure. When they called Cory Barlog for God of War direction, they said it also won Best Action Adventure. I was like, oh, so they're just skipping over this stuff. But at this point, Red Dead 2 had also already won like 4 awards, so I was very concerned about this.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no, this isn't going to happen. Let's see. Oh, Joker from Persona 5 coming to Smash Ultimate.
Oh yeah,
Challenger
I saw
Pack 1.
that. That's really funny.
And then God of War, of course, won Game of the Year, which I yelled so loud. I was so happy. I was scared to death though, because that Red Dead, like when Cory Barlog won for Best Direction and they said it won for Action Adventure, I was like, okay, there's a chance. But at this point too, like I said, Red Dead had already won 4 awards. I was like, and the one had won bigger awards.
Oh man,
or ones and everything. So I was like, oh man, this isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen. But it happened, and I could not be happier.
I mean, we both saw it coming though, that it was going to be a total washout of just 2 games, sweeping what was essentially every category, which I think really sucks.
It does.
And I feel like it makes the awards less interesting.
Well, because I was sad too that Assassin's Creed Odyssey got no love at all.
Yeah. It's
and
like
it's
there
an
were
incredible game.
Wait, did Celeste win Indie Game of the Year?
It did win Indie Game.
Oh, thank
no.
Wait, what?
Hold on. I'm going to check. I'm going to double check.
Oh my God,
I'm
Jerrett.
pretty sure. No, it did. It did.
Don't scare me like that, bro.
I'm sorry, but no, it did win.
I would have rioted.
Yeah, it won, and Game Awards winners. I just need a list here. Here we go. Sorry, but we should have had this listed out. Okay, this page will load. Game of the Year, Best Ongoing Game, blah, 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 Game Direction, God of War, Best Narrative. Oh, yeah, because Red Dead had won Best Narrative. It won Best Score Music. It won Best Audio Design. It won Best Performance. So at that point, I'm like, yeah, so Best Independent Game
Celeste
was Celeste.
got Games for Impact
And it got Games
Indie
for
Game.
Impact.
Okay, that's really nice.
Florence won Best Mobile.
Oh,
okay,
cool.
so we are kind of just going through this.
So,
but yeah.
Well, I can't even really say that I get it because any AAA game like that is obviously going to be good.
Right.
And I think it's not necessarily a good reflection on... It's kind of the same thing with movies.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, the biggest ones always seem to win everything. And it's like, okay, how hard did you actually think that out? It feels like not a lot. It seems like the easy choice.
Right.
And it does just make me kind of bummed out.
It does, but I was really happy to see, though. Like I said, like that's why I pointed out Obra Dinn won art direction, which
That's
we pointed
cool.
out in our prediction episode. That we were like, hey, it really does have a really cool art style.
So good
that
for
was really
them.
cool that it won and beat out God of War and all this stuff. So, I mean, it was pretty much a contest between those two, but it was still fun to watch because honestly, I had no idea which way it was going to go after when it got to finally Game of the Year.
I'm not surprised that it was God of War.
Yeah, I think of the two games, I think Red Dead is technically impressive. I think God of War is artistically impressive, and I think narratively and even though it didn't win narrative, I think narratively and artistically, I think God of War is a better game. And I think that's why it won. Okay, so these are some those are like the big moments that I like the most. Some announcement of games that I was really excited for. Supergiant Games announced a new game, Hades, that looks like a return to form of Bastion.
Yeah,
it looks
that's pretty
so
awesome.
damn good. And it's
I think it's actually pronounced Hades.
Hades? I don't think.
Yeah, no,
I think
I
the
think
ancient
it
Greeks
is.
would disagree with you.
I think it is.
But Hades is actually out now for you can buy it for early access on Epic Game Store. You can only play it on PC. I was so sad.
Wow, what
but
a
it's $20.
bummer.
But you can go out and buy Hades now from Supergiant. And like I said, Supergiant makes fantastic games, and it looks like a return to the more Bastion style of gameplay.
Gotcha.
Super excited for it.
Yeah.
But you are playing as Hades, like
We're
Greek god Hades.
just talking about Supergiant the other day, and we were like wondering what was going to be next.
We were, I think.
We were. I don't remember
Was it
why
during
we were
our
talking
live
about
episode
it.
during Extra Life? Because Nick asked on the stream, he asked which of their three games I like the best.
Oh, yeah.
So that might have been when we talked about it. Or we talked about it in Relaxing Games. Maybe. I'm not totally sure.
Either way, good for us. We called it.
But so it looks really cool. And like I said, it's available now for early access on the Epic Game Store. Far Cry New Dawn was announced and is coming out February 15th. It's a sequel to Far Cry 5 in the case that it takes up the story. I like how Far Cry does this because it's not an official sequel in that it's not a numbered game.
Right.
But they did this with Far Cry 4 and Far Cry Primal, where they released Far Cry 4, then not too much longer, they're like, hey, like within like this, about a year later, they release the Far Cry Primal. Which again, Far Cry Primal is not a prequel. I mean, I guess it's a prequel in the sense of it was the prequel to modern man, but it took place on like the same map area. So it's like Kyrat from Far Cry 4
Right.
in like ancient Stone Age.
Yeah, I gotcha.
This one is a sequel to Far Cry 5, but takes place 12 years after in still like Hope County, Montana, but it's post-apocalypse, post-nuclear fallout,
I gotcha.
basically. And it does look like from the trailer that the father from Far Cry 5 will be returning as one of the villains. So that's cool, even though I didn't like the villains necessarily of Far Cry 5. The father was still the best one. So it's good to see him coming back for it. So excited about that. The Outer Worlds is a new RPG coming from Obsidian, the makers of games such as Fallout New Vegas. And it looks to have a very strong Borderlands vibe, which resonated with me very well. They did tease the new Dragon Age.
Hang on real quick. I just want to say Outer Worlds is like just another way to say Borderlands. Come on, guys.
I didn't actually think about that.
It's just wow. That's like pretty lame. Okay,
It looked a lot of
I'm not
fun,
gonna
though.
write it off. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, that's kind of a letdown.
Okay.
But it still looked like it was going to be a lot of
What's
fun. It looked
next?
like it would be very
Fringe
humorous
Lands.
and stuff like that. That's a good game. Copyright that one right now. Fringe Games. That's for our game coming out in 20 years.
In 20 years, we have a very long development turnover.
Dragon Age 4, or what we're assuming to be Dragon Age 4,
Now
was announced.
this I
The
was
Dread
pretty
Wolf
excited
Rises.
about,
They
yeah.
showed nothing else really, other than just like this like weird stone insignia statue thing with some voiceover. Very very mysterious as to what the game will actually be, but that at least has been teased. The Pathless. Now, this one is from the makers of Abzu. It looks very pretty, very fun.
Yes.
Seems to be based off of Asian mythology. From the trailer, had great music, beautiful art, fun, smooth-looking gameplay. I was very excited about this one.
And I'm actually really excited that they chose to announce it at the Game Awards because this very closely follows Abzu's release on the Switch. So because Abzu had just come out on Switch like a couple of weeks ago, I think as of the Game Awards, the timing is great because all of a sudden Abzu is back in people's minds, and then they're like, oh, by the way, there's another one coming. I think that's good timing and smart marketing.
Yep,
so
definitely.
I'm excited for that.
And then the other last one, even though I will say I am trash tier at fighting games, most of them. I mean, even though I love For Honor, terrible at it. Even though I like Smash, I'm not the greatest at it. I'm better at.
We're both bad.
We're not,
We're not
my
good.
skills need improvement there. But like when it comes to fighting games, I am terrible at especially Mortal Kombat. But they still announced Mortal Kombat 11, and I still got excited for it.
That's really interesting. That's the one that I didn't see coming at all.
Yeah, I
like
didn't either.
I hadn't even heard rumors that they were going to do another Mortal. I mean, of course, you assume that eventually they will. I just didn't know it would be
It's
now.
been a few years since 10.
I guess so.
But yeah, and I loved how they did it too, because Ed Boon came out to announce the nominees for an award, and he said, "And the nominees are," and turned to look at the screen, and then they played the trailer for Mortal Kombat 11. And
That's
and
funny.
then he was like, "Oh, they showed the wrong video, but Mortal Kombat 11," and then he gave the nominees. It was a
That's
great
funny.
moment. But so there were a lot of good moments. Overall, this was the best game awards show.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. It was
Okay.
last year. I remember it was about the same length, but by the time it ended, I was so bored.
Did that same guy that was like really drunk or crazy?
Joseph Fares,
yeah,
the
did he-
Way Out director, he did. He only showed up in like the pre-show stuff though, but he was there
bummer.
again.
I wanted
they
him
actually
to
had a
come
lot
back
of
and be
like
crazy.
they had a lot of big names. The two of the guys from Weezer were there. The Russo brothers, the Duffer brothers of Stranger Things were there. Joel McHale introduced a nomination. There was a whole
McHale.
from
Oh,
Community.
yeah, I
and
gotcha.
No, that was he does the soup now or did the
Yeah,
soup
he
after
does.
Chris Hartwig.
Yeah, he did.
So a lot of big names
Wait.
and stuff. But the show just seemed to flow better. They had much better music. The music was better. Hans Zimmer was there. He, Sarah Schachner, and Lorne Balfe all did like this big the Game Awards theme and like a combination of medley of the Game of the Year nominees. Music
Cool.
so good. So there was a lot of great stuff. I thought the presentation of the show was so much better than any other year. Now, that's all really on that. Obviously, like I said, the winners all listed online. You can go see. Those are just my thoughts and feelings and opinions of it. Also, though, you should check out because last Saturday, which was the December 8th, Kind of Funny did the first ever Kind of Funny game showcase where they showed off around 69 games or more, not necessarily reveals. I know.
We're real
We're
mature.
adults here.
We're adults.
But no, I giggled.
Did they do it on purpose?
I
'Cause
don't
that
know,
would
but
be
I giggled at that.
I really hope
as
they
well.
did. That would
I
be
could
really
see
funny.
them doing it on purpose.
God, they're comedy guys.
They are. They like
it
a
had
good
to be
laugh.
on
It got us
purpose.
giggling. But they released either revealed new games or gave more information about upcoming releases for 69 games. And so I'm obviously not going to go through the full list there, but check that out. It was only an hour long if you wanted to go back and watch it. But one of the big highlights for me that I did see from this is that they released a new Drinkbox announced through their showcase that they were releasing new skins and costumes for Guacamelee 2. One of which was Shirtless Arachnid Man,
Shirtless Arachnid.
which is a take off of Greg Miller's shirtless Spider-Man character that he was doing before the release of Marvel Spider-Man back in September. He was had like a little cameo in the Marvel Spider-Man game, but now he's a playable character as a new costume for Juan in Guacamelee 2.
Can I look that up real
It's
quick?
hilarious.
Type that in here
And
for me.
his Greg Miller's dog Portillo is now
Portillo.
is a skin for the chicken.
Which is hysterical that they
It's
included
amazing.
the chicken.
It's amazing. And that's like
so
the biggest
funny.
thing. Plus, the big game, Brandon on our Discord pointed this out, but the indie game hit, The Messenger, has a new DLC coming out as well.
Yeah, that's
so there's
exciting.
a lot of new stuff coming out. Shirtless Arachnid
Man.
a lot of big stuff coming out. There we go.
That is super fun.
Yeah, it's great. And so it's
shirtless.
it's- Oh, there we go.
Oh,
There it
okay.
is.
There's a
shirtless
lot of
dudes.
stuff came up.
Oh, I
on
like this
Google.
search image.
Why are all these other dudes coming up on shirtless
I don't know,
arachnid
but
man?
I mean, I can't say I hate it. Okay, so here he is. Portillo playing, fighting the skeleton.
Look at him.
So I obviously have to
So
go back
cute.
now and replay Guacamelee 2 as shirtless arachnid man and Portillo. So because that's just too damn good.
Oh my God, that's really funny. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
What a great reason to go back and get Guacamelee 2, which I do still really want.
You need to play
I
it.
know.
It's so good. You
I
would
need
love
both,
it so much.
Both the guacs, if you will.
I'm sure they'll sell a bundle if they
I
haven't
hope
already.
so.
If
I'm
there's
kind of
not
like
one.
waiting for one around the holidays.
Oh,
We'll see what
so
happens.
good. It's so good. But you know what also is really good and so good, and I'm loving it so far, and I want to talk about it more, which is what we're going to do right now. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
So
Good thing I took my teeth out, because otherwise that'd be really hard to say for me.
you didn't actually remove
No,
your
I
teeth.
took all of my teeth out of my head.
Oh
Anyways.
man! But yeah, so Super Smash Bros. Ultimate came out on December 7th. Actually, like it unlocked in the Central Time Zone at 11 p.m. So as soon as the Game Awards ended, I had to wait like 10 minutes, and then I could start
We're
playing.
not even like 48 hours on, are we?
Of what? Of
Of
Smash?
Smash being released. Oh, no, wait, because it would have been Thursday night.
Thursday night. So
Yes.
yeah, we are like a little over 2 days at this point. This is Sunday morning when we're
Right,
recording this.
gotcha.
And so again, caveat, this is our first impressions of the game, not the final review.
Mine is a final review. I
mean-
never change my mind about anything.
I mean, I gotta say though, like I have the mechanics. I understand the gameplay. It's more of like I still need to flesh out the adventure mode a little bit more, the World of Light. I need to play through that a little bit more. I need to unlock so many more fighters.
Yeah.
I think I have about 20 fighters, I think, at this point unlocked. And there are 76, 77. So, I mean, or there will be eventually after all DLC. So, yeah, I've got to get to work on that. But for the most part, though, it's a crap load of fun.
It is something. So I will go on ahead and preface this by saying Smash has never really been my game. I've always enjoyed it when I play it, but it's not the kind of thing that I get hooked on.
Yeah.
Really, the only fighting games that I've ever been that way with are Tekken. The Tekken games are like where my fighting game mentality comfortably lives and has the most fun. And in comparison to a game like Tekken, the mechanics and the gameplay of a game like Smash is just completely in opposition
Right.
to what like my brain is hardwired to know. And I think that because of that, I find myself mightily struggling with it a lot, like to the extent where it's only kind of fun for me because I'm like, wow, if I didn't suck so much at this game, I might like it more because I'm just so trash tier. Like I'm literal trash tier.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at it.
I feel
but I
good
feel
when
like
I play computer opponents.
I think if I ever actually bothered to sit down and practice and get good at it, I probably would enjoy it a lot more. But usually the only time that I have fun with any iteration of Smash is casual play with friends.
Right.
And your friends can't be tryhards because if they're tryhards, it's no fun.
just got to be a casual game
You
of
just
Smash.
gotta be, let's all just be scrub tier casuals and let's all just be real cool about it.
Oh, I really want to talking about fighting and competition and online win. The other big moment for the Game Awards that I forgot: Sonic Fox did win Best Esports Player.
Oh, good
and
for
he had a
him.
fantastic speech, and everyone
Did he
should go watch it.
really?
It was great.
Oh, I want to
It was
see
so
it.
good.
Sonic Fox is a cool dude.
So yeah,
He's real
it was
nice.
an awesome one. It was like an awesome moment of the show
And
as well.
if I'm not mistaken, did actually Overwatch win Best Esports
Yes.
League? Good for them.
Or I think
Wait, did they just...
it won. No, it didn't win ongoing game because that was
No, not ongoing game. I thought it won like the esports category.
I still got the list up. Okay, sorry. But anyway, keep talking about like your
Yeah, so
your stuff.
anyways, I do just want to give a quick
caveat.
recap
Side
of
note.
kind of the development of Smash Ultimate because it is a little bit different than the way past games were made.
Mm-hmm.
So the icon of everyone who has ever played a Smash game and really internet culture in general is, I forget his first name. Hang on, hold up. Is blah, 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 Masahiro Sakurai. So Sakurai-san, he's everybody's favorite. So it did win.
It was Overwatch,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
Best esports
Overwatch
game.
won Best Esports Game, which is really fun. I
is
think
really
that's
fun.
super cool. Especially, I'm just glad League of Legends didn't get it. I
know.
gotta hate League. Anyways, so Sakurai was the one who did Smash 4 on the Wii U.
Okay.
I think he also helped develop some of the 3DS Smash game, but who played that one, am I right? So anyways,
did not.
when they initially started development on Smash Ultimate, I believe they began in like 2015, if I'm not mistaken. And originally, Sakurai and the entire team from Sora, I think it's Sora Limited, those were not the studios that had been brought on to work on Smash Ultimate. They actually didn't wind up getting back Sakurai and Sora Limited until a little bit later into the actual development process. which is a really interesting thing to think about because when Sakurai came back on, he's such a natural beast at Smash that development speed took off and everyone is like, wow, it really did pick up the pace of development. But it also means that it does have a lot more similarities with Smash 4, except that Sakurai very notably wanted, it was his idea that they bring back every character from every Smash game ever. And it's like, Sakurai, you madman!
There's so much!
Slow down! What's funny is that from Smash 4 especially, there was a ton of content that they had for that game. And the running meme was that Sakurai was just like killing himself trying to put as much into a game as possible. So the fact that they came back and did that times 1,000 is like, Sakurai, I'm begging you, bro. I want you to live a long and happy life. Slow down.
We don't want this to be the last
We
Smash.
don't want this to be the last game of his life. He's going to die, Jerrett. So part of me is like, slow down, Sakurai, it's not necessary. But the other part of it is just that obviously to know that the team is made up of people that are both, new or not necessarily old pros at Smash and old pros at Smash development, I think makes for a really interesting time. I would like to have maybe some sort of documentary about what went on behind the scenes. Like when Sakurai came in, did he like kick in the double doors of Nintendo Japan or whatever? And he was like, sup, bitches. Oh, it's Bandai Namco, by the way. So it's Bandai Namco is the producer, whatever. Anyways, it's
had involvement.
It's Bandai Namco and Sora Limited with Masahiro Sakurai as the director. So there you go.
Boom,
Smash.
There it is. Smash Ultimate.
Bam.
So like we said, 76 fighters are going to be coming out throughout this. It was announced at the Game Awards that Joker from Persona 5 was going to be making it.
That's really funny.
Another aside that ties into kind of funny, they put out a video. They do a play-by-play commentary on this Game Awards as they like stream along with it and everything. And when the announcement for Joker, Tim Geddes freaked out and like jumped and spilled like coffee and drinks all over Andy's laptop and like ruined it.
No.
So he's like hyped, but then going, "I'm so sorry, Andy." It is hilarious. But anyway, so Joker from Persona 5 is making.
You could almost say that other guy never saw it coming. Oh my God,
sorry, I
you
didn't get that one.
freaking suck.
What's that one from?
That's like the Persona 5 theme.
Oh, I don't
is
know
the main
Persona
song is
at
like,
all.
you'll never see me come. I can't get that high.
That was a great callback. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
you
It just fell on
suck.
deaf ears here. But anyway, the Smash basically is comprised of all these different modes. There's the normal Smash, where you just get on,
Beat 'em up, fight 'em up.
There's online, which is typical Smash stuff, but you can play with your friends through online play. You do have to have the Nintendo Switch online service.
Wait, you mean that people want to play online with their friends?
I know, right? It's kind of
Gosh,
crazy.
it's almost like every game
Yeah.
with online capabilities should have that feature. Mario Party.
Oh, burn.
That's stupid. That's really Nintendo. You
That is
clearly
dumb.
know
That
how to
doesn't-
do it, and it is ridiculous that you have chosen not to. Anyways, I'm just mad about
I know. It's a hard thing for all of us to have to deal with, but we'll get through. But anyway, so there's the online, then there is the adventure mode, which is called World of Light.
Adventure mode. I actually don't own Smash yet, but Jarrett does.
We
So
played it
we
a bit
played it
before.
together, and he showed me the adventure mode, and it's got quite an interesting look to it.
It does. It's fairly in depth, more than obviously like there. It also the game really quick before we circle back to World of Light. It does also have the classic mode of Smash, which was introduced in like Super Smash Brothers 64, the original one, where you play through 6 rounds fighting different enemies of various types. There'll be like a special bonus level thrown in there, but then at the end you have a big boss battle and all that. And so that mode is there as well if you want to continue doing that. But in World of Light is the more based adventure mode, which the backstory for that, which they released the story trailer for it, you can go watch that, where basically this power, Galeem, who has control over a whole bunch of master hands, basically obliterates the galaxy
Yeah.
in this massive explosion of light.
We were joking about how it's like Thanos.
It kind of, because it's like the Thanos snap and like all the fighters die and it's like they're trying to run away. Link tries to put up a fight and they all just get obliterated except for Kirby.
Except Kirby.
And so
The
Kirby
classic Kirby.
takes on this world of apocalyptic nightmare and puppet fighters, as they're called in the game and everything, to go to try to free all the souls, basically, of all the fighters that were captured by Galeem. But so the big part of this, though, is this is where you will collect spirits in the game, which spirits are basically passive abilities. And there are different types of spirits, like ones for attack, throw, defense, and neutral. I think shield actually is what the defense ones are actually called. And you'll unlock these spirits, and these give passive abilities to your fighter. Now, these do not carry over into normal Smash
No,
modes.
so we're just making it clear this is only for adventure mode.
Right.
This is not for like standard person-to-person combat.
Right. And so basically you can put these in. Now, the one thing though I do need to figure out is if you can set up, and I think you can in the online. I wonder if you can make, I should have checked this, but I wonder if you can make, but this just came to me now. I wonder if you can make game modes where you can use spirits
Maybe.
for online play and stuff like that.
I don't
That would be
know.
cool if you could.
Maybe it is a setting.
Yeah. I'll have to check that.
Man, that'd be really hard to do.
But I mean, it'd have to be online because you'd be playing against your friends who have
Right.
their own spirits and all that
Of
stuff.
course, I see what you're saying.
But
now.
then, so the secondary ones that give you lots of different passive abilities, but then you have a primary, and the primary spirit is the one that is either the attack, throw, shield, or neutral, and you level them up as you play through World of Light by fighting other spirits, freeing other spirits, and then eventually you will have boss battles, which are basically where you will unlock a fighter, because Galeem is, like I said, holding the fighters captive and making puppet versions of them that the spirits control, basically.
Right.
And so as you unlock those, you can then unlock those fighters for use in all the other modes, and you're just going through to try to free them. And that's the basic summary of the adventure mode. And I think it's really cool. I feel like, I mean, it's a typical fighting game story mode in the sense that you advance from fight to fight to fight, and there's like this little bit of background story that keeps things all tied together and connected.
Right.
But I'm honestly surprised with how expansive the spirit system is,
Right.
and how it all works together into the game. And so it's a very interesting asset to the game. Addition. That's the word.
I mean, I could be just missing it, but did previous Smash games have?
I haven't
don't
played
think
a
they
Smash game
did.
really, or / owned one because I didn't have a Nintendo system, and except Brawl or Melee.
See, I
so
actually
I'm way
didn't
behind
play-
on Smash stuff, so I'm catching up.
I don't think I played Brawl, but in Smash 4, maybe I just missed it, but I don't remember there being like a single player /adventure
No,
mode.
I'm pretty sure this is brand new for Ultimate.
Which is a really interesting idea.
really
and I
is.
think
It gives
that
you more to do.
I do think that from a functional perspective, it's a good way to give newcomers to
Yes.
Smash games a really good contained way to practice.
Mm-hmm.
Because as Jared and I found out, as we were playing some of the adventure mode,
It gets hard.
we're
real quick.
really bad. We are not good. We are
Well,
currently...
and because too, they're all the matches in adventure mode are one life. You only have one
Yeah,
life.
you like it's basically just sudden death.
Yeah,
like
and you can do a rematch if you lose to the fighters.
But man,
still,
it is rough.
Yeah.
It is real rough stuff.
We're trying to. Who are we fighting? Dr. Mario, Wario, and some robot. Rob,
what's his name?
ROB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ROB.
And so it was. We were getting beat up pretty bad.
You need to find the Inkling girl or boy, I guess, because when Jared and I played each other, I found that I liked Inkling the most. That's just because I love Splatoon. I think they're the most fun to play.
It was-
so
they
find
had-
that
seemed to have a
Inkling
lot of really
so that we
fun-
can stop sucking.
Yeah, a lot of fun move sets and everything, and it like a really great recovery jump and everything. The Inkling seemed like a really fun character.
Bad at recovering.
I am too.
I don't get it. Like
majority
I
of
have
my deaths are
no
because I fall
idea.
off the map.
Yeah, like I don't. My brain is like, how do I save myself from
Yeah.
this? And like I'll try to jump, and I feel like I go like 1 foot in the air, and I'm like, cool, thanks, bro, and then I die.
Thanks, Zachary.
And it's like, gosh, man, I wish I could figure this out.
I know, same. I actually, when I booted up and started playing it for the first time, I died. And just playing against the computer, I died like 6-7 times in a row before I finally got a win.
Lol, you suck.
Oh yeah, I was bad.
I'm just kidding. I would have done worse. I
tweeted,
guarantee
I was like,
you.
"Oh, my Smash Ultimate career is off to an underwhelming start."
Not good. It's
wasn't
not
great.
going well.
So that's with pretty much the adventure mode. And so as we play more into that's more of the area that is a first impression because I'm still so new into it because the game has barely been out for 48 hours. Like we were saying at the time of this recording. And so I'll play more. I circle back around to that a little bit more as I get into that, or possibly whenever I do complete it and just give more of a wrap up there. But for the normal Smash modes, it's what you expect of Smash, which I think is great. They didn't try to change that up too much. They didn't try to do a lot of things different. They obviously did things different by having so many fighters that you can choose from and so many stages that you can play.
Speaking of, did you see that, of course they brought Snake back, right?
Yes.
David Hayter is actually the
voice?
one he's real Snake is back to voice Snake again. And
That's
I'm like,
hilarious.
it's hysterical that they got real Snake for Smash, but they couldn't get him for the new Metal
Phantom
Gear.
Pain.
And it's like, oh, sick burn, bro.
Kojima, what you doing?
I bet David Hayter was like, fuck yeah.
Really funny, during the opening cinematic for World of Light, when all the characters are getting obliterated, Snake gets obliterated while hiding in a cardboard box.
Hilarious. Snake.
So it's good times there.
You need to unlock Snake so that we can
do.
beat him. He's really funny.
But so the fun thing, though, that I do think about Smash that keeps you entertained while you're trying to unlock the fighters, because obviously you only start with 8 fighters, and they're the normal roster: the Mario, Pikachu, Donkey Kong. Going blank on it, but the normal initial
That's as many
fighting
characters
set.
as you can get.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Samus.
Thank you. And
Did you already
Link,
say Pikachu?
Link, Pikachu.
Jigglypuff? Just
No,
kidding, I
not
don't think they're
Jigglypuff. Kirby.
standard. Yeah, Kirby.
And all that stuff. So you start out with the 8 initial fighters, and then obviously, like I said, there are 76 fighters or will be total, and you have to unlock all of those. But it's not locked to you fight 3 times and you win 3 times, here's a new fighter. Or you do a certain move or achieve a challenge, here's a fighter. It's a random event that just happens, and a screen shows up that says a challenger appears, and it's just the outline of the silhouette of the character. You don't know who it is unless you're good at picking
Jerrett
silhouettes.
mistook Lucina
It kind
for
of
Princess
looked like Princess
Peach.
Zelda.
Zelda, that's what I meant to say.
She looked like Princess Zelda.
You are a fool.
I mean, a lot of these farther out just games, a lot of these characters that they come from, I'm not familiar with, just because I
Lucina
didn't play.
is a classic. A, she's been in previous Smash games. B, she's from Fire Emblem, one of the most
haven't
beloved
played Fire
series
Emblem.
of nerds the world over.
Well, I'm apparently not on the same level of
No,
nerd.
you're not.
But anyway, so this random event will happen where it says a new challenger appears, and then you have to fight this again in a one life only battle, basically sudden death. And if you win, you unlock that character. If not, you either have to wait until that character reappears, or you can go to this separate part of the game called Character Approach, where you can battle again enemies who defeated you to
Maybe
unlock
that's
them.
what we should do. Go back and actually beat up those ones that we've already lost to, because it's like, yeah, you probably do need Lucina out there. She's pretty good.
Probably so. But
Probably
that's the
so.
thing, though, too. The characters you unlock in normal Smash don't carry over to World of Light, because that obviously would mess up the story. But characters you unlock in World of Light do unlock in the other Smash versions. For example, when we were playing earlier, we unlocked Sheik in World of Light, and now we can play Sheik in normal Smash modes.
Sheik's hard.
Yeah.
I do not know how to play Sheik even a little. Those were some painful deaths.
Because that's the worst thing about Smash is when you're trying to, you all have the same basic move set. You have your up B, which is
And
like a
yet
really impressive attack. You have your
somehow-
normal, pressing A is your normal light attack, and you combine that with directional cues also. But still, for some reason, figuring out the best situation and when to use the
man.
stuff is, for every character, is different because they all interact differently. And then, let's see, one of my favorite things, I did unlock the big character that I really wanted to unlock, King K. Rool.
King Cruel.
I was very excited
King
to unlock him.
Crocodile?
I unlocked him last night, and I'm trying to learn him because obviously, in my head, I want to try out and play all the different characters, and I will obviously go back to my normal standard main character from Smash Brothers, Captain Falcon. But this one, because I have been getting back into Donkey Kong so much with Tropical Freeze, I want to play all the Donkey Kong characters.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I've been maining DK just since I got the game, been playing him and getting decent with him. I know Diddy Kong, I can get him later, so I want to get him. But for now, I got King K. Rool, so I can play. And Donkey Kong and King K. Rool play fairly similar to each other. They have some similar moves,
I
but
don't remember what the name of the fighter is, but a very famous and very successful Smash top tier tournament competitor mains Diddy Kong.
Yeah.
And it's like a nightmare if you have to fight him.
Really?
Just
He's that
forever.
good?
Yeah.
I fought
What's
him
interesting?
in a spirit challenge once. But
I
that was it.
haven't yet heard everyone up in arms about Bayonetta. Which,
Oh, that nothing was announced?
No, not that nothing was announced. Oh, no, I mean in Smash.
Oh.
So I don't know how familiar you
thought
are
you meant
with
the Game
the
Awards.
Smash discourse, but Bayonetta, when she got added in as DLC for Smash 4, she kind of ruined the game.
Really?
Because she was so much better than everyone. Bayo was legit OP. And just here in Evo 2018, when it came down to the Smash 4, finals, the two people who made it to grand finals, they both went Bayo, and they both basically just held down B or whatever it is, because the Bayo meta is that whoever basically presses off their B first, you're probably going to lose.
Oh, damn.
And like the entire audience was like, forget it, we're out of here, because it's lame.
That
like
is lame.
it's really stupid. So I haven't yet heard similar grumblings about Bayo in Smash Ultimate. Maybe they fixed her question
I haven't
mark?
unlocked her yet, so I haven't got a chance to play.
I don't know.
But
All of
I would
our
imagine,
fans who play Smash, tell us about it. We don't know.
because I would imagine they fixed it. If it's that big of a problem, I would imagine they would fix
Man,
it.
like Bayo really did kind of not necessarily ruin Smash 4, but she did not help it at all. Like Bayo and Cloud.
Yeah.
Cloud too.
They really messed it up. Cloud messed stuff up too.
Well, Cloud was all right, but Bayonetta was just very much OP, and she kind of put a stick in their wheel spokes, if you get my
see.
drift.
I do.
Do people
I do
say
get
that anymore? Probably not.
No, I haven't heard it that often.
Whoops.
But no, so it's been really fun, and I love the randomness of unlocking characters. I love that it's not set to a specific achievement or after a certain number of rounds.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you can lose. And then I like that they give you the ability to have a backdoor in to unlock these stuff
Yeah, me
with the character
too.
approach, because it could if you were not a great player, it could take you a very long time to unlock all the fighters.
Yeah.
But I also, again, I like that, because then that gives you much more replayability of the game, because I enjoy the hell out of it so far. But I could also see how after a while just sitting and playing computer opponents, if that's what your main thing is, that's going to get old after a while. You can obviously throw in a ton of players and make it really hectic, but if that's what you're going back for, if you're not playing against actual people and going for the more competitiveness, I enjoy how much this adds the ability to like keep coming back and keep wanting to play, because you'll see who you're going to unlock next. I really enjoy that. Let's see. I'm trying to think of all the different things about it. Like I said, I did play through the normal classic mode. It's what you would expect. It's fun. It has its place. I just enjoy that they gave you so many different ways to be able to basically play the same game.
Yeah.
And I have played online also. I actually was playing with my cousin in California and everything. He and I were playing. And it plays really well. It's kind of awkward to get into matchmaking with friends. You can't just go to like a list and choose, I want to play with this friend who's playing. You have to create an arena, restrict it to your friends, and then your friends have to go into the online menus, go to join an arena, and then pick your arena to play.
Well, that kind of sounds like how they did it for Mario Kart 8. Remember?
You do have to create a room.
Yeah, you basically have to create a room, and then you
Right.
can just say just friends only. That's kind of par for the course for Nintendo.
That is just standard for Nintendo.
There are very similar mechanics. I think maybe Splatoon and Splatoon 2 had something like that, where you could create a room, set a password, of course, so that only your friends could join,
Right.
because you would give them
This
the
one
password.
you can set only to be friends, so it's only
gotcha.
visible to friends. But I
Yeah.
still wish. Okay, so I guess that's just me not knowing Nintendo's party system as well. But it's annoying, or not annoying, but more
I mean, I'm
awkward
not
because
saying
you're
it's
coming
good.
from PlayStation.
Yeah.
Coming from PlayStation and Xbox, where you literally just have your list of friends. You click your friend that you want
Yeah.
to play with and say invite to party, and you're in.
I strongly agree that PlayStation, and really probably Xbox too, I think they both do online play in a more intuitive and flat out better way.
It's been more of a priority for
yeah,
them than
it
Nintendo.
has been. So I guess Nintendo they have the ability.
Mm-hmm.
I know they do. They have the ability to make it better. I just wish they would.
Yeah, I think they've just, of their multiplayer stuff, I think they focused for the longest time more on the couch,
And I
the
feel like
couch
a lot of the
co-op.
heart of Smash still lives in the couch
yeah.
co-op scene. Like Bro Mogan sent me a snap of when Smash Ultimate came out, and like his entire living room was full of bros.
Yeah.
And they were just all playing
Just all ready
Smash.
to
And I was
smash.
like, good for them. That looks fun.
Nice.
Fun. Nice.
It is fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it, but still, I've played it now. I played it with you in Couch Co-op. I played it with Couch Co-op. I played it with my buddy Michael last night too, in Couch, and that's still just the best way to play. But for playing online, that's fun too, because it does add. But it is nice to easy in the online to stay in matches even with randoms. It gives you the option to rematch after every battle, and if you're having a good group, you just all hit rematch and you keep playing and playing. I was playing against a guy the other day who was King K. Rool, and he was good as King K. Rool.
King K. Rool's weird.
Yeah.
Like, why he keep flying? Why he floating up there?
I know, he's got like
Where he
the
going?
helicopter thing, and he
He's
just
weird.
I've fallen so far down. I'm like, oh, I'm for sure dead. And hold B, and I still make it all the way back
It's
up.
like
And I'm
King K. Rool
all right, cool.
sucks.
All right.
And then just to kind of wrap up all of our Smash talk, it is worth noting that in terms of reception, Smash Ultimate has really good reviews. And a lot of people have said that it's the best Smash to date, which I think is, very subjective, of course.
Right.
But, I mean, that's good news.
That is good news.
That's good news for the Smash franchise, and it's great news for Nintendo. That means more money for them.
Yeah.
I
Didn't
do
tarnish
hope
the
that,
legacy at all.
So now that I know that Joker's being added in as DLC, I do just really hope that they'll go, like, super broad with some weird other DLC characters. That's always what I think is one of the more fun things to keep your eye on is who's next?
Right.
Who could they possibly add? Who's left? Who else?
Will they actually add Waluigi ever?
Master
So this is the thing.
Chief!
That would be hilarious
really
and
funny.
awesome. But no, so there is the thing, and I did notice this when I was playing the other day. One of the item pickups, obviously that's another big thing of Smash is throughout the match, items will drop and you can use those to your advantage or to get an advantage, or sometimes to your disadvantage if you use them incorrectly, which seems to be how I use them more often than not. But there will be this one that will spawn like a side character to fight alongside you. One of those I did see. Waluigi is one of those. So
He made it.
He made it, I guess, everybody. As far as things I don't like about Smash, really, at this point, it's still, I'm trying to get over the learning curve. So there's still the annoyance of there. I did have to finally mess and customize my controller to where I turn off jumping by pressing up on the left stick, because that was messing up my moves all over the place. I want to hit the button to jump, not a directional button. I would wind up wasting one of my double jumps.
You're
just by,
such a console bro.
it's just how I like to play. If the game's not fitting right, that's how I like to play. And I'm going to change it. And so that made it much better. I started being able to land combos more successfully. I'm still figuring out the best ways to get combos. Like I said, I've been doing it more with Donkey Kong, so I've been playing through that. The only really thing that can get annoying is sometimes I feel like the stages do have a little bit too much dynamic stuff happening in them with either changing, rotating, moving. I think sometimes it's just, I don't mind it that that's a thing that happens. I would prefer that rather than just a stationary area, an arena. But sometimes it's just, it feels too much.
Sometimes for us old folks,
Yeah.
the chaos level is just a little
Leave the
too
chaos
off the
level,
charts.
chaos to the kids, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes, because you're not only dealing with sometimes, you can have like 8 players, so you're not dealing with a lot of players moving around and all the actions that come from that and the animations and flashes and all that. Then you've got the map moving, and then you also there are quite a few items that drop too.
I mean, all of this is customizable, though.
Right.
If you don't like a stage, you don't have to play
Exactly.
it. If you don't like having the items on, you can turn them off.
Just to get a better...
So Smash is very customizable with those types of settings.
Right. And you can even go and create rule sets for normal Smash, like how everybody normally chooses to play either with stock or time.
Yeah.
And you can choose, you can make, and so you can create all these presets.
You can
so it's just
basically
quick
save a
select.
loadout, which
Yeah.
is really nice.
Really
That's
nice.
a good quality of life add-in there.
And you can make it where it's a combination of stock and or time or all these different items there. And you can choose in those lists too, like items that are allowed and all that. So you can really quickly and on the fly pick your favorite ways to play. And I do think that is a really great thing.
I have never seen anyone ever. I literally don't think in my entire life I've never seen anyone play a game of Smash with a timer on.
Really?
I've never seen it.
I've played it in this. Yeah, everybody prefers stock. Stock's way more fun to play.
It is. Like, why would you, why?
Yeah.
The timer is for punks.
I played a little bit of Ultimate with timer in this first thing, but it felt too... Because all you have to do is just knock the other person out once, and you can
Maybe
just
that's
wait
how
out the
we
clock.
can actually win in adventure mode. Is
Yeah,
the
but we don't
timer
set those.
on? We can. Oh,
You don't set it in adventure mode. And
damn
I think in
it.
adventure mode, it always is just one life.
Oh, for God's sake!
So more of the sudden
I was
death.
thinking maybe we could just run away until we timed out the CPU.
Just jump all
Just
over the place.
Jump.
Just fly, Kirby.
Fly, K. Rool.
But no, so it's been so much fun, and it really not like I said. Yeah, it's been hitting big review numbers like 9.4, I think, from IGN, 9.4, 9.6. It's been getting lots of 9s and different stuff like that. It's doing very well. Obviously, I want to play it more before I give my official number for it, but I'm having so much fun with it. It's a excellent addition to my Switch library, and an excellent continuation of the Smash legacy, because Smash on the N64 was my jam.
Right.
Like that, played that more than Mario Kart growing up. Played that more than
Really? More than Mario
64.
Kart?
Yeah, in Mario 64, I played that more than that. It's probably the one that when me and my friends got together before we got like Xbox Halo and all that stuff, like it was Smash Brothers.
That's fascinating to know.
Yeah.
I'm just learning more about you every day.
See, that's why the greatness of the show has to keep going, so we can just keep uncovering more things about each other.
I will
It's great.
say that having had very limited time with Smash, and considering my normal feelings towards Smash, I'm going to give it a nice solid neutral.
Nice. A solid like 5.
Neither like nor dislike.
Just riding that fence.
Until I assume that when Bro Mogan and I both go back to our parents' house for Christmas this year, we'll probably play it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe my mind will change, but currently, just a nice beige, middle gray neutral.
Very nice, very nice. What we should do is, because I know we've been bad, and by bad we've done it once, of having like a of doing like a team chat game night. But we should do a team chat like Smash.
We
tournament.
could probably
We
get a
should do
lot
that
of
soon.
people in on that,
especially over the holidays when
think about
everybody's all
that.
like with family and stuff. That'd be a lot of fun. We should do that. We should sit.
Don't worry, guys. I'll lose for everyone.
We'll play. Don't worry, everybody. Well, it'll be a fun Smash time. But that really, I don't really have much else to go on with it. Really, it's been incredibly fun. Fun game to play, and will keep playing it for many, 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 many hours because I still have so many characters to unlock.
Yeah,
It's
for
gonna be
real.
great. I
Good
just
luck
have
to
so
you,
much
bro.
in my future. It's going to be awesome. But before we go, we do have to do our soundtrack spotlight for this week, which we are going to be doing a selection from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which really means that we can do any song from about any Nintendo game ever.
Yeah.
Because I saw there are literally like 800 tracks because you have like songs from each arena and each map. So what we're gonna actually do here then is I think I will just do the main like Smash Ultimate theme is what we'll have as the one for this one. So really quick, let me do a quick look on who the composer is. Apologize, should have pulled this up before.
Hideki something? I probably, that may not be right. I think it is.
Hideki Sakamoto.
Oh, boom.
Well done.
Yeah, I knew
Well
it was
done.
somebody with that name.
So Hideki Sakamoto is the composer for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and you will be hearing the main theme of that game for our soundtrack spotlight. Yes.
Quick caveat. Yes, he did compose the main theme, but there are actually multiple composers
there are
Smash.
multiple
Yes.
composers, but
for the main composers,
they remain composed
but
while
yes,
they compose.
Hideki is the main theme composer.
There we go. So that is what our soundtrack spotlight is for today. So enjoy that after the close of the episode, which is now. Until next time, I'm one of your hosts, Jerrett Wilson, joined by Rachel Mogan.
Peace out.
This has been an episode of Team Chat Podcast. Come back next week for a brand new episode on another fun and exciting gaming topic. We'll see you all next time. Stick around for the song.